episode. This is hello everyone. I don't know if you got that twice, but this is another episode. Team B, Brandon, Bullet B, and Bill. What's up,
Bill,
man?
Not too much, man. Just in another hot day here in North Carolina.
How are women treating you?
Well, that's a very, very interesting subject. It's women kind of treat me pretty decent to begin with. Just they kind of get their feelings too much less too involved, and try to be nice to them, and they totally misunderstand what you're trying to do. And that's my problem. I run into a lot. They get their feelings hurt too easily, and it's not even in something they should have. I mean, I try to be nice, do the very best I can, respectful. But women are going to be women. Well, really, more can I say than that?
What else can you do?
Well, just you got to be yourself. I mean, and that was the thing I learned is I tried. You try too hard, that's where you're gonna run into your problems at. And I'm just not that person that's gonna say more or do more than what I am. There's no sense in it. No sense in stretching yourself out there, when you're not, when it's not what you're supposed to be. I mean, that's just the way I feel like about it.
The most attractive thing is to be yourself. Women can see through it. Just be yourself. I mean, if the woman don't want you, she just ain't gonna want you. I mean, if you're pretending to be somebody else.
Right.
So that's the person she likes, other than you being yourself. So always be yourself when it comes to women. But my thing is, if you got money, you can have any woman you want. Because you got the money, you can get the girls, But we have to do it the old-fashioned way and try to win the personality over, try to win her heart. You know what I mean? So I like it better that way. But yeah.
But that's the side.
If I won the lottery and I had the money, I would buy the woman I want, but then I'll put her in training. I'll put her in humble training. You know what I mean? I'll put her in a monastery for 3 months, stuff like I'll humble her ass. I'll make her ass humble. I'll turn her into a regular girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll at least try,
I understand that.
Then I done a good thing. I took a stuck-up girl and I made her into a humble lady, I guess.
Well,
I don't know if she would want me for my money or want me for me, so I have to put her through tests. In other words, I just run her through tests, so you can put up with me.
It's
women are so crazy, man. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's just with me is I feel like it's very difficult to find someone that you're really looking for, because of society today, and a lot of these females see what they feel like this should be the way that it's supposed to be. You should act this way. You should act that way. But really, a lot of today's women in society that are like that really get the wrong idea about it, especially about the few guys that are actually out there that try to be respectful, try to be old-fashioned, old school, kind of raised, kind of like I was. My grandma raised me, so I don't have that new mentality about myself. It's just being careful and not putting yourself all of yourself out there, because when you do that, you give them too much ammunition that they can actually in turn use against you if you're not careful. That's why I've learned over the years to try to release a little bit, just give them a little bit of information, a little bit at a time about myself, but not be so much, don't give them so much information, because my biggest thing was thinking, well, I'll tell them all about myself where they'll know what they're getting in dealing with me. But that's not going to help, because you get somebody that's like that, what are you going to do? You're going to be giving all yourself out there. They're going to know your vulnerabilities, and they can use them against you.
Well, you got to have good morals, and you got to have standards. If you don't have standards, they're not going to respect you. Then they'll take advantage of you, just like you said. Yeah, I agree. I'm old school too when it comes to women, because the old school works. I consider myself a modern gentleman, or at least I try to be. And because that works, man. Because back in the day, it was all about trust. We didn't have social media and all that stuff messing up relationships. It was all about trust. You tell the girl, like, hey, call her on the phone, on the rotary phone, and be like, hey, I'll pick you up Friday night. Then you go see her, and then you say, I'll see you next week. It was all about trust. Right. Nowadays it's just instant gratification. and there's too much communication with too many devices, because a girl can instantly have another guy flirt with her on Facebook or FooBar or Plenty of Fish or whatever the case. And so it's all about, you got to take it slow and hope she trusts you. But girls our age are hopefully past that. You know, we go to the restaurant, she's there at the restaurant. She's not in her phone the whole time. You know, why would she be? You know, she could post her status, but hey, I'm on a date or something, but why else would she be on there unless her family member's talking to her or something? I mean, you know, she's shopping.
Well, I agree with social media. Social media is a very, very, to me, it's very hazardous in a relationship or trying to meet someone, because that's like you just iterated. It gives too much option out there to when you can focus. Like back in the old days, you know, you took your girl out, you called her, you talked to her. You know, when you talked to her that night, you just knew that, you know, that she was going to go to bed or whatever. You'd wake up, you'd see her, you'd talk to her or whatever. But now it's like you said, you can drop them off at the house. They can text or talk to so-and-so or whatever. You not know about it with Twitter, with text messaging, with all these apps and things that people have. It makes it very difficult for someone to really gain that trust. I mean, you really got to know somebody before you can really trust, because that was your main problem, or at least to me, was trust. You know, trust is so. It's if you are someone that trusts easily. Like, let's say I just meet you and I invite you to come over, hang out, and I don't even give you time to know you. You could be someone that steals things. Someone could do this and do that and rob me when I'm not looking, and me thinking, hey, you're just stand-up guy. Then you could make off with it and go off somewhere with it, sell it, and here I am, not giving time to know you, to trust you here, and get to know who you are, and get burnt. Same way with relationships. If you don't take time to know the people, to gain, so that you can earn their trust, you don't want someone just to give it to you. Giving it too easy is too easy, you know?
Yeah. But eventually, a woman will want one guy. You know what I mean? Eventually, she'll mature and just want that one person. That's where I come in, is that one person. You know, I hear myself going on. I want to turn the audio a little bit on your ear.
In my what?
I hear myself echo.
Turn it down?
Yeah, turn yours down. Your speaker.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All
right, how about now?
It's a little bit better. I know what I'll do. I'll just turn mine down a little bit more. Yeah, they'll eventually grow into that type of person that we are. We just want one girl, you know, have chemistry, communication, all that jazz with, and see what happens. You know? Eventually, she'll learn to put the phone down. But the internet is the best and worst thing, because they easily have that option on there. Distractions, you know. But if she's looking for something real, it's all right. It's just hard to find that girl, because
that's coming from
all of them lie to you. They'll lie to you and be like, yeah, I'm looking for that type of guy. I'm ready to settle down. I'm serious. But you never know. They're players nowadays. You know, my one thing I can say is just take it slow. You know.
Right.
You know, don't give your hopes up too quick. Take it slow. See if she sticks with you. See if she can't shoot the next day or the next day like she said she would. Stuff like that.
Right.
See if she'll pass the test.
See, that's on your end. That's not mine, because I'm only hearing you once. But I can hear a reflection off yours, because I don't even hear my you know. But anyways, I agree with what you're saying. I just feel like, you know, out of my relationships, I think for you to be complete, have you, out of any of your relationships, just asking your opinion here, I know I've only had maybe one relationship, well, no, maybe two relationships out of the females that I have dated over my life, young and as I've gotten older until an adult, to my age now. Would you say that you fully trusted 100% of the way, that you didn't have to worry about when she left if she was talking to somebody else, or if she was calling somebody on the phone, or whether she was texting somebody else, that you weren't thinking that maybe she's trying to talk to someone else. What do you basically see how many did you basically have that you felt that way?
What, trust issue?
No, with females that you didn't have to worry about, that you didn't have a bit in your mind. Like I said, I've only had 2 in mind that I know of that I didn't have to lay in bed at night and wonder why. Gee, I hope she's not talking to somebody else.
Just a few, man. Like 3 special girls you meet in your life.
Yeah.
You know, type. They'll stick with you. You tell they're excited. And they want to talk to you. Out with you more and stuff like that. You can pretty much when a girl's acting kind of shady, things like that. Hold on one second.
Well, I understand that. My biggest thing is just gaining that trust for what you can do and trying to treat the female the best way you can. The important thing is no matter how much you trust, and even through my relationships, I've been hurt. I trust, get hurt. Trust, get hurt. I mean, it just seemed like it was this pattern of that was happening to me. But what you've got to really do is you've got to gain that strong sense of self-worth to yourself that, you know, even though you may be going through a tough time, everybody's not like that. That's the mentality you got to have. No matter how many times you get hurt, you got to always believe that the next girl is not going to be like the past one, because if not, then you just say, well, I just give up on girls altogether. You know, and I was glad for that. I never gave up. I've always had that hope. And whenever I talk to a female, I say, I don't worry about my previous relationship in this one, because you're not them. You're someone different. You have to give them the benefit of the doubt that you're with now and not count them as someone in your past, because that's not the same person. You got to learn to trust somewhere and believe someone's not going to hurt your heart.
You can't let one nasty girl ruin your future, your relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because somewhere out there, girl, you just got to be a little bit more guarded and just take it slow.
Right.
Just take it slow. If she's with you a year from now, then you take it to the next step, or perhaps 3 months. You know, see how it goes. Just don't fall overnight. Don't let one nasty girl ruin your future. Because I've had nasty girls too, you know, made me want to give up on everything. But, you know, I'm not really looking or seeking, but I ain't gonna turn away. I won't, but I don't need.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of times people have that longing and desire that they find, well, if this girl shows me attention, I'm just going to automatically dive in there. You can't do that. You know, because we all as human beings, dude, you know, you and I, we want love. We want to have someone we can love, spend the rest of our life with, share great times with, have laughs with, fun with, make love to, all these things that are there. But they come in time. You just automatically, you know, go out there and just, when the first girl that shows you attention, jump all out there in it, because you got to be careful. I mean, who's going to jump out there in the shallow waters now? And because you never know, a shark may be there and bite your legs off.
Oh, this shark had pretty teeth, girl. He shows you.
That's the way it works, dude. You just got to leave them girls alone like that. I mean,
we have a view. Somebody's watching us live.
Huh?
Somebody's watching.
Well, that's cool.
I posted a link on Facebook. I said, we are live.
So you're watching.
I just not echoing too bad on my end.
Oh, yeah.
I have to end this soon, just in case. So I don't want it to turn out too bad.
No, I don't think it did. You just got to be honest and, you know, with what your
audio. Audio issues.
Yeah, that's true. It is an audio issue, but you know, it's cool though. I mean, at least you get to interact and, you know, discuss things like this, because that's really the important thing about it is knowing where your heart is and knowing what you feel like and you know, expressing your common interest.
Right.
You know, that's just the way I feel.
Yeah. I'm using the microphone on the camera now. I'm switching the setting.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I use.
Yeah.
I can hear it going in and out sometimes,
Yeah, maybe it won't turn out too bad.
I don't think so. It's just like I said. It's just
there ain't no echo on you, from you coming from you over here or anything like that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's just basically just it's good on this end. But all we got to do, man, and like I said, and you're getting ready to be done with the call. All we got to do is continue staying the course, not give up. I had a woman today I was talking to, and she was like, well, you didn't like me. You were talking to others. You were going after others and stuff, and didn't want to talk to me. I said, no. I said, that's not true. I said, it's not that I wanted others because I didn't seek after others. I don't seek after anyone. I don't have that feel in me right now to seek after anyone. I'm basically happy with what I'm doing. I mean, I was in a 4-year relationship, been out of it a year and a half. I'm fine right now. I don't have no desire to seek after a relationship. You know this as well as I do.
Yeah, it'll come when it comes. You know what I mean? Don't think it'll just happen when it happens.
Well, the desire isn't there. That desire.
Yeah, you want to get rid of that desire, man. It's just going to make you sad because you don't have it.
Exactly.
So you got to be happy with what you got.
But the situation in life too, Brandon. When you can when you have a relationship, the factors to factor in having it completely. Are you stable enough to have it? Do you know that you're having it? Are you all these things you go through? And if the desire is there to have it, me, I just don't have that desire for it. And
yeah, I'm very skeptical when I meet somebody. Very skeptical, not possessive, just skeptical. I'm like, why do you like me? Why? I just don't get it. What did I do right? Look,
I know.
Brandon, how? Good guy. I'm just skeptical.
Well, you just have
for a reason.
You're just being cautious, dude. That's all it is.
I'm like, if you're talking to me a week from now, we'll see what happens. Takes time to build up trust. Try to tell.
Exactly. I agree with you, man. You got to have trust in it. That's one of the biggest things, and they're not rushing into it. Just everything takes time.
Long-term gratification, not instant gratification, but long-term gratification.
Yeah. So I can tell people, life's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not going to end soon. You just have to take life one day at a time. You got to do relationships, meeting new people the same way. Whether it's 3 years, 5 years, whatever. It'll come when it does. If it don't, then oh well. You just got to be satisfied with who you are and in your life. And me, I am.
Yeah, don't give up and don't give in.
That's right. I agree with you there.
Yep.
But
this makes perfect.
Yeah, exactly. That makes you happy in life. Get tired of going through life and wondering about this and wondering about that, and it's just too much life, too much going on for you to worry about all this stuff. Let it happen as it does. Yeah. So I agree 100%.
Well, Bill, I think we're going to end this right now. Might have some audio issues here on my end, but we'll definitely make more episodes and talk about women, whatever the case.
Exactly.
We'll see how these turn out.
Oh yeah, the other one turned out really good from what I was looking at.
That's good. All right, brother. Take care, man. I'll see you on the next episode.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.
All right, you too.